Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Pool Play as we're about to kick off Group B right here as we have the COD Gobblins going up against Denver Surrender. I'm excited to be able to get this one underway. Yes, Chef's camera is still on, but he's currently having dinner, so I'm going to be bringing through you guys all the action here on map 1 until he comes back for the map 2, so don't you worry. I'm going to be taking you through this action, but let's talk about the teams that we have coming on up. First of all, it's going to be the side. Oh, that's the one from the last time. So we're gonna go over to Denver Surrender. This is a squad I'm very familiar with. Dak and his, along with Zaya, ended up finishing second place at the last LAN, very end of February. So they had a great placement, and they have a few changes though. They end up swapping out Morph for Killrook and Zenny. He's gonna be the new submachine gun on the squad, so I'm curious how he's going to be. Killrook, he's going to be one of those heavy slay ARs. Dak, he's one of those guys who's going to be rotating, constantly making sure he's staying on top of everything and being that anchor for the team. Zaya, his playstyle is so interesting, and the last LAN was his first he had ever played in. So he said the nerves kind of got to him a little bit. He would have these kind of hot and cold streaks, and he's hoping to eliminate those cold streaks and just stay hot the rest of the weekend. Excited to be able to see what he can do along with Zenny. But next, let's go on into the COD Gobblins as we're gonna have Sully, Cloudsy, I think that's Hinsey, and Zeba as we are about to kick this one off. Not too familiar with any of these players. These guys are completely new to me. Sorry, it's Hinder and Zebes. It was covered up on my screen for a second. But these guys, being the newcomers, you have to see what you can do. Prove your worth here, because this is one of the toughest divisions, or one of the toughest pools, if not, I would say the better pool out of the two. Granted, Infinite Florida eSports, they finished at 4-0. They got taken to a round 5, so they are beatable, but in this Group B, there is the Beaver / Elation squad. They are the reigning champions from the last Fort Collins event in February. This is going to be a good one, and I actually have the prize pool broken down. So if you get first place, you get $1,000. Second place gets $500. There is no money for third, remember. So if you get first and second, you're walking away with some cash. Unfortunately, there is no third place or bronze in this tournament, so keep that in mind as the teams are ready to go on in. We're going to head on in to Zarqua Hydroelectric. This is kind of one of those maps where it can be relatively scrappy. So when it comes to the side of Denver Surrender, I'm expecting this squad to potentially make this one as interesting as they can. There's so many water routes, right? You see Minnesota Rocker take them all the time. They feel confident on this map, even though they never freaking win it. But on the other side, when you are talking about the squad like the COD Gobblins, they have so much talent and experience. Zaya, he played on the CSU Boulder College team. Killrook, he has been around the scene for quite some time. I expect him to be that IGL for the squad. Sorry, I swapped those teams, so it's Denver Surrender, excuse me, as we are kicking this one off to the side of this Zarqua Hydroelectric, as we're going to be sticking it off with Zen, aka Zenny. Oh, there's going to be a water gunfight underneath, and it's Cloudsy taking down Isaiah Dak. He immediately works his way on over, but I don't think he realized he's watching the wrong water route. And still, you have two players from the side of COD Gobblins kind of playing this one relatively passive. And oh, unfortunately, we're getting a few team kills here. Maybe nobody got loaded on in, a few disconnects. So while we get that sorted out, apologize for the inconvenience, we're going to kick it to a short break when we get this lobby restarted up. Nope. Okay, I guess we're not going to a quick break. We're gonna be bringing it back to me so I can actually talk about the next few teams coming on up here. As I'm gonna pull it up here on my phone. I hope everybody's having a good time. The game ended up crashing, so we're sorry for getting that reset coming to you. let's give a quick recap of what happened in Pool A so far this morning or earlier on in the day. As it was Infinite Florida eSports, they currently led the division sitting at 4-0, and then Penn Island, you got to see them right before this matchup as they 3-0'd the side of Mark. Penn sat at 3-1. They took the side of Infinite Florida eSports to that map 5. Weren't able to get it done. They lost it in a 3-6 fashion. And then coming in third place, it's actually Retirement Home sitting at 2-2. I'm excited to see what they can do. I believe Clip is on that team. He was part of the defending champs. He ended up picking up a new roster. As he was saying, he's kind of taking a step back from gaming, but he still enjoys the LAN environment, and I can't blame him. It's absolutely incredible. And then coming into fourth place, it was Locked and Crocked, maybe one of the best names that we have here at this LAN. Not too familiar with their roster. They finished at 1-3, and their only victory was over the team that finished in dead last in that 5th place. It was Mark, who went 0-4 as well as an 0-12 map count. They're going to start off immediately in the losers bracket. So how this is broken down, there is going to be a winners bracket and a losers, but the bottom 2 teams from each pool will start in the losers. The top 4 will finish no matter what in the winners. The higher seeds will immediately go down to the losers round 2, and then the teams with the lower seed will end up going to the losers round 1 to face off against the teams that did not make it into those winners rounds. As the teams are ready to go, we are going to kick this one back off on the Zarqua Hydroelectric. Like I said, this is one where it's kind of interesting, right? There's teams that are able to take these water routes. You're able to lock down P2s for a full 60, as well. I would say the P4, the Trail Hill, is one where if you have trophies abound, you should be able to get a majority of that time. But when it comes to P5, that is going to be one of the scrappiest, because the utilities, they are just tossed on in to the generator room. But you saw right off the rip, I love what the side of the Cobb Gobblins were doing. They took 2 water routes. They were playing it patient. They took down Zaya, who is also one of those route men, the submachine guns on the side of Denver Surrender. He is one to watch out for. Dak, also the anchor AR, doesn't necessarily light up the scoreboard, but he will always make sure he's making the right play. He's in the right position, doing what's best for the team. As we are kicking it off right here in the kill feed, it will immediately light up blue. Denver taking over that P1 control, and it's kind of shades of how the opening was before the reset. Number 4 and number 3, they took over middle of the map. Cloudsy tries to get aggressive, unfortunately will go down. As Sully, he does find one in the back, and now he's thinking long-term here, and that is gonna be a flip for the side of Cobb Gobblins, but you're giving up a lot of this P1 time, and I'm not sure if the side of Denver Surrender have realized this, and they absolutely didn't. So they are gonna be losing all the gunfights. Dak, the last remaining player alive, he's gonna have to go huge and find one of these routes, but look how far they are spawning out. Dak has to make a play here. Kilrook will find that initial, and he's actually switching to the submachine gun. You don't see that very often, but ZB starting off 4-1. The AR getting it done, as Dak, he's still waiting patiently in this corner as his teammates are falling around him. As, oh my goodness, the player didn't hear him. ZB's, he goes down on the streak, but Dak, he knew he had to strike, and so maybe that's one player taking off the point, but the ARs, they are coming in fast and furious from the respawn. Sully, he does get back down, yet to die so far this map, as he's looking to find a few more coming on in. A lot of water routes. You can see Kilrook now, Hinder, being bogged down by those utilities. Unfortunately, does not have a trophy anymore to watch over. Dak does grab the last 15 seconds, but the rotation is afoot, and who's been there? It's Zen. The guy is on top of it as they are winning the rotational battles in the middle of the map as well. So all the players from the Cobb Gobblins have to work their way out of P2 and looking for that opening. Dak takes a few shots. Sully trying to back him down. Will find the kill as he's looking for a few more. Zaya takes down Cloudsy, trying to bust through the front. ZB's on the outside, unfortunately, will go down. So this is a solid hold, but it was number 5, Zen. He pushed a little bit too far up from the spawn. Cloudsy might find an opening, but Zen is still locking it on down. You were on about a 10-team kill spree before ZBs will end that one, as he's still leading the squad. Is trying to break on in to this area. Fortunately, the shot's still going in favor of Denver. 6-3 for Dak. Sully gets a beautiful jump shot with that Vaznev. Again, the rotations, it has been on point for Denver, and it feels like it's been Zen, that guy, the submachine gun, laying it on down potentially. Sully trying to find that opening kill. Allow some breathing room for his team. He will find it, immediately traded out, and it's going to be not a well-developed pinch, but unfortunately it's just a split spawns, and Cloudsy reads it to perfection. So now you only have 2 players in and around the point. You still have the backside spawn. Zen does get taken down. So beautiful communication. Cloudsy comes on in, and he will get 2. Will Cloudsy get the 3? No, Zaya is there for the double, and not much more to be earned as the spawns will flip. A beautiful break coming on in from the side of the COD Gobblins, as everybody putting in the work. 9-8, 5-5, 8s across the rest of the board. So you can tell the chemistry, it is there for this squad. Nobody needing to outslay anybody. Unfortunately, you're taking a look at the roster from Denver. It is going to be 4-11 from Zen. He's been that rotation man, but still he needs to start winning a few more of these gunfights. Killrook trying to find any type of opening. He knows one player is here. ZBC will go down, and Killrook actually on the submachine gun. Not something that I would expect to see him on, but he is flying out at these players. Not necessarily sure how I feel about that challenge, but guess who? It is Dak with the Overwatch, the Guardian Angel, the cleanup, the scraps coming on in from the Gobblins. This has been 20 uncontested seconds for the side of Denver. A perfect hold. Cloudsy, though, gonna beat the tip of the spear. Can he find any more players in the front? It's Zaya, Zen combining for 3, and this should be the last 30 seconds going their way, barring that Sully somehow doesn't go big. Sully, oh my goodness, he saw a player for free, and then he goes out and challenges. Oh my goodness, this man needs to go to the eye doctor and get some new glasses checked, because he would have had a freebie onto Zach, or onto Dak. So I'm not sure what happened. That is just, well, you know, that is a confuzzlement right there, is what I like to call it. But after that first set of rotations, it is the side of Denver holding on to that 60-point lead. ZB still frying, 10-7. As this has kind of been a low slay heavy game. It's more been, you've been getting the clean wipes from both of the sides, so you're not needing to do a whole bunch. And 10s across the board. So the COD Gobblins, they're doing everything right when it comes to the teamwork. They just have not been able to win those gunfights. And I've been noticing Denver, they have been finding those 2 and 3 pieces more periodically than the Gobblins have been. As Dak still trying to find one more, laying on top of the barrels. He will go down. Cloudsy with 2, tries to find the 3rd, but Killrook pulls out the AR. Unfortunately, we might have just had a little bit of a game crash. I'm not necessarily sure what is going on, so I think while we get this sorted on out, I apologize. It looks like I think our game just completely crashed, so we're gonna kick it to a short break while we get this reset up again. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, as we are finally loaded on into the game. MWII just has that, what would you want to call it? The most frustrating disconnects you could ever have in almost any single game, and it does it more frequently than others.
Just Call of Duty, man. It's just Call of Duty.
Yeah, but the first map, I want to give everybody an update. So it actually became a spicy matchup. The side of Denver Surrender was up by 100 points at one point in that game. And then the side of the COD Gobblins came back, and they had the rotations to potentially win it. Unfortunately, they were not able to close it out, and the side of Denver Surrender got it 250 to 223. But the scoreline, it got within 10 points shy Chef, and I don't think anybody was expecting that. It was simply rotations, and it just kind of felt a little bit frantic when I was watching over some of the players' shoulders.
Yeah, I did miss that. I went for my dinner break, but that sounds pretty intense. I do love a nice comeback, 100 points down and, 27 points away. That's pretty much goes either way, right? Comes down to the last point or comes down to how early you rotated out and left 3 points on the hill. I'm sure there was 27 points left, for free as those rotations came through. But, leading into this S&D, talk to me about some KDs coming out of that. Are we going to see some strengths, maybe some possible snipers coming out? Who we looking for on this hotel map?
If you're looking for snipers on the side of Denver Surrender, last time it was Morph, so I have a feeling it's going to be Zen if anybody is pulling it out. Killrook, not known for his sniping abilities. Zaya also not really wanting to do that. Dak as well. I don't think I've ever seen him pull out the sniper.
No.
So if it anybody, it's going to be Zen. And with this new roster on the side of the Cobb Goblins, they're brand new to me. So it will be interesting to see what they pull out of the book or out of the hat. But coming on into a map like Hotel Search and Destroy, it's one where you know how you want to run it or you don't. It's a 6-5 or it's a 6-1, 6-0.
Yeah, pretty much. It could go either way, but looking at that comeback from last time, I'm gonna guess it's going 4-1 in favor of Denver, and then we're gonna go to around 11. They're gonna strike right back, and we're gonna see some good stuff. Dak, he's an older player, and this guy, he got the big brain right with it. Seeing him from our last event, Dak, his communication skills just next level. He has that experience. I believe it was mostly AR from what we've seen last time. And he's just good. He's just good. He's not a Slayer out there, but his role as captain, which I'm sure he's playing as again here, is just next level. This guy's communication, he keeps things cool. He keeps the team level-headed, and S&D, that's what it's all about.
Coming into this S&D map, I know your favorite spot in the entire MW2 universe. It is the kitchen where that bomb plant is. Chef, I know you got a bunch of jokes cooking on up for us. We'll just happen to see if anybody decides to push that wave. As it looks like the side of Denver, they're going to be on this offense. And like you said, it's curious who's going to bring out the sniper. Oh, we saw somebody from the Cobb Goblins. I'm not exactly sure who it was. They do have the boomstick. And I don't think it was Cloudsy. It might have been Zeebs coming on over. Nope, I think it's Hinder then. It is Hinder. He's sitting behind. But Zaya already, they are going to the kitchen, Chef.
Yes, sir. Ready to cook it up. There we go. First blood down. Cloudsy, he's out of there. Everyone in there solely trying to break into that. Oh, there we go. The sniper. Yes, sir. That's going to tie it up 3-3. Bomb is not going down yet, or is it already down? Did I miss it?
It got planted.
Oh, wow, that was quick for sure. Good work on them. Ooh, Hinder really trying a little too hard there with the sniper trying to break into the door. A little more teamwork, I think, could have saved that one. Someone else opened the door while he gets it from behind, but a little too crazy going in. And look at that defense, though. That was nice. After that bomb got down, defended it perfectly. Breaking into that kitchen, it really takes a lot of experience, a lot of teamwork and communication to get into that kitchen. And Denver Surrender, they just had it down. Good on.
Unfortunately for the side of Cobb, they didn't really have the right weapons for the job either, right? They had a sniper, they had an AR. I think they maybe had one submachine gun, but that's just not what you want to be doing if you're breaking on in to the kitchen. If somebody's cooking up something hot, you just don't want to be going in there with one shot and miss your opportunity and end up like somebody from Home Alone getting, pot of grease or some hot water thrown into your face. But you don't want to start it out that way either. Cloudsy with the teammate on the Hinder.
I think he ran in front of him and got stuck with it. That's a big yikes, but look at this. Denver Surrender. Ooh, all right. Gets answered right back with another team kill. Oh my gosh, they're trading teammates now. 2-2 now. Cloudsy with the bomb. They got A pretty locked down here, Zaya, with this rotation. If they're able to push up, and they do, onto that site. Ooh, out in the open, though. Where's the teammate at? Oh my god, Zaya just has to peek over this, and he's dead. No, he gets the bomb down. What was he doing? Solely back here, not really watching anyone. Dak trying to rotate around, just coming in from the middle. Everyone split up. This could be anyone's battle.
It's going to come down to these 1v1s, and Zaya, now he is the one with the sniper. Cloudsy puts himself into a good position. Oh, and he catches out Zaya as he was trying to swap his weapon. Dak left in the 1v2. The AR, can he go big? But I love the way that the Gobblins are playing this. They're not giving him any sort of information. Sully, he pops out, wins the gunfight.
Wow.
Cobb Gobblins, yeah, you stick your teammate in the back with the nade, but Denver Surrender said, hey, we're just going to surrender this round to you and give it for free.
Yeah, that was a pretty amazing round there coming out in the end. It could have gone either way, the way they split up. I would like to see a little more teamwork from them. And I think it was Zaya. He just had to poke his head out and get that bomb off of the plant. But, you know, the timing just worked out. I love that Cobb Gobblins pushed up, got that bomb down, got in a good spot, and pretty much just won their fights and had good timing. So here we are, tied up. You know, one up could go either way.
And this is going to be a full blitz to A, as I think number 3, that was Zaya. He pushed it across, but Zen gets caught out by Zeebs. And he actually got a good read on Zaya, but he's taking the long route, and he should be able to catch. Oh, yeah, he should be able to catch out Zeebs. Resets his dead silence as well, so I love that play coming out of Zaya. Being the veteran move, didn't take the short route. He took the long route to secure that kill as Hinder. He also has his dead silence popping. He is running around on the outside, but the side of Denver, they come in on a quick flank through middle as the team shots are in. The pinch was complete. Now you're relying on Sully as well as Cloudsy. Now just Cloudsy. Can he make it rain, Chef?
Yeah, he's doing an amazing job. I love that Dak stayed back, made sure no one's getting behind his teammates, and they're able to know 100% no one's behind him. You know, Dak hasn't, his numbers aren't up there, but I believe his position has been very important in how he's playing. You know, nice and slow, making sure he stays alive, making sure the back of his teammates are clear, and just let them do their thing. It's exactly what they did there. We know that Zayed does an amazing job. Love seeing him slay out there, so good on him for that round. But Cobb Gobblins, they're right there as well. They're doing a good job. But you know, Zay, look at that 6-1. Oh my goodness, he is cooking, baby.
And Zaya, he is turning it up. It's kind of interesting because the player that Zen replaced was a submachine gun. So Kilrook now playing that submachine gun role maybe allows Zaya to be a little bit more free-flowing because he was having to be the smart one at the last LAN, making the critical moves. And I think Zaya, he just wants to be that Slayer. He wants that to be the Abizi SMG that he knows he can succeed at. And maybe playing it slow isn't his motto and Hinder, though. He catches out Zen Dak with the technical trade as you're going to be trying to get this one in a 3v2 retake.
Yeah, 3v2, definitely not in a good spot for Cobb Gobblins, but that bomb is down. Ooh, Hinder is by himself, but this man knows what's up. Able to get that kill on a 2 streak now in a great spot with the bomb. Both of Denver players are split up here, but Zaya, he is, oh my gosh, cooking here. 7-1, looking to get in there. Dak, you know, he plays it slow, plays it smart. Oh, he might have been able to peek it. Here comes the jump. Ooh, good trade. Great play from Dak. It's right on the bomb just in time here. A couple seconds left to spare. There we go. Denver surrender now up 3-1. Hey, like I said, you know, 4-1 and they come back. That could be coming through here.
Oh, Chef with the heavy-handed predictions. I don't know if there's any type of betting out there, but Chef, he's putting all the money on the line with that type of prediction. But I love how they retook that one. They got the information, knew he was laying down. They made sure that they weren't challenging or, you know, lining up for that player to get the double. One got that initial challenge, but he just peaked it at the right time to find that technical trade right on the bomb. So good stuff coming out of the side of Denver. Zen not having such a great game, 0-2. But Kilrook, he's pulling out the sniper. So, I mean, there's 2 different players that pulled out the sniper from the side of Denver.
Yeah, I love this push here. Could give Zeebs also sniping, it looks like, I think, from the outline of him. We'll see. I didn't like both players there. Were looking the same direction. It looked like the AR was battling the sniper, and the sniper is just running around. Not where you want to be. Okay, here we go, 4-2, Cobb Gobblins with an amazing start. SMG popping it off. Sniper, you're not going to be able to trade it. Here comes the push from the middle, though. Maybe get in there. There we go. Just one. Dak left alive. Some pre-shots, but he's injured. Not going to get it done. Cobb Gobblins answers it up now. 3-2 as we go a little bit back and forth.
That was Hinder with that sniper as well. Gets that first blood on to Kilrook. Beautiful situational awareness saying, hey, I think they're going to be in this angle. A typical one. And it's a tough shot if you are sitting at that bottom hallway because you are just going to see a little sliver of the head. And that's exactly what Hinder capitalized on Zed, still yet to get on the board, so he's loving the Dunkin' Donuts as he's eating them on up. Zaya still 7-3, Killrook 4-3. Everybody putting in the work from Denver. So one more player, I think once he gets started, they should be able to run away with this map. But I love how aggressive the side of Gobblins are getting, as it will be a trade back and forth quickly on the 3v3. Now everybody from the Gobblins, they're playing this one patient, trying to find that next pick.
Yeah, I love the A push here. It's pretty much on Zaya to hold this bomb plant. Not sure if he's going to be able to peek it in time. The bomb is going down here. 3 split, everyone in a pretty solid spot. I'd say Cloudsy's in a great defensive position here to keep possibly these 2 players at bay. Oh, just getting sniped out there. Oh my gosh, wow, look at this. Just down the DAC again, you know, the slower player, you know, keeping his team together, making sure the callouts are doing good, make sure they don't get shot from behind. But here we go. He's going to have to put up now 1v3 plus a bomb defuse. A lot of work to do.
He should be able to find this freebie on it. Oh, no, he doesn't! Zeebs making the play as he will find 2 kills in the round. Yeah, let's get this one back in slow motion because, oh, this had to be, a little quick
drag scope.
And you'll love to see it. The sniper reigning supreme from the side of Zeebs.
Second, third, and fourth shot inside him. Then turns and just drags him. Oh my gosh. Just take the whole team, why don't you? That's insane. Good. That's what I want to see in a sniper, right? You're able to work in a lot of different situations, and you can master the one that you're made for. So good on him. That's what I want to see.
We all know how, oh my goodness. Let's go to Zeebs. Just don't even click off this man as he finds another one on
yeah, there's going to be another up top.
And he should be able to get it, but Hinder doubles it up. And so far, the Gobblins with the sniper have been causing the side of Denver a bunch of problems. Causing this 1v4. Zaya, we know you're an incredible submachine gun, but do you have an Abizi type play in you? Because he got that 1v4 just
seen the door close
2 weeks ago. And he did. I'm not sure if he saw ZBs though in the back. So yeah, he's put in a tough situation.
Yeah, very tough. If he did see him, I do like that he did not engage. Definitely not a good spot to be in. There we go. Reposition. I think he did see him. Good reposition there. Hit him from a different angle. Got the deadie. That is huge in any 1v whatever situation. Look at this rotation right through the middle of the map. He knows it's clear. Possibly gonna get behind. What? Oh, all right. He did not check that corner. Man, I don't know. That could have went either way. But hey, good on him. He did everything he needed to in a 1v4. So, you know, off to the next one. You know, we're 4-3. There's a lot more S&D to go.
It's really been Hinder who's been finding a lot of the kills. The first blood came to Zeebs this time with the sniper being the big brain out there, playing the angles to perfection. He's been repositioning himself on offense and defense exceptionally well. Zen still yet to get on the board. Yeah. You have to, you know, that's one thing is in the back of your mind, you need a little bit of confidence, right? If you haven't found that kill, you're not feeling as good when you go into these 1v1 situations, as it's actually going to be Cloudsy. Hinder finds Killrook in the middle of the map. I think that's the third time that Killrook's gotten blooded. And Cloudsy, he's going to have this big 1v1 if he ends up turning the corner. Zen, though, he moves out, and this is going to be Call of Duty timing, and it's fine. Zen, though, does
going to go right back to the bomb.
Does he see him? No, Cloudsy, he hops off and will find it. Zeebs trying to stay alive.
Yeah, here we go. Off to the bomb site in the kitchen. Wow, just a lot of important fights won there. Gobblins now 2 up with the bomb down. Got Denver split up, trying to get into this kitchen. You see Dak all the way in the back. He's going to play this slow. He's going to play it smart. And I think, yeah, he's going to time this getting hit from both directions. I think, oh, yeah, look at this on Sully. There he is. He has the skills to take him down. There it is. Just has to cook it up. Cloudsy wins his fight. It's a 1v1 in the kitchen. We're going to see if he got these specials written up. I think Cloudsy's going to come in here all gluten-free on him. Catches the jump. It could be either way. Oh, my gosh. Gobblins gets it. The corn on the cob was boiling, and they got it done there. 5-3 on the final match point. And they take it on here on map 2.
That's scared me, Chef, because he wide peaked that at about 9 seconds. So if he ended up winning that gunfight, it surely could have been a defuse for the side of Denver.
Agreed.
Granted, he gets it done, and he's on 6 in a row. He earns a streak. Zen did get off that donut. He now moves himself to Olive Garden, maybe a little bit better restaurant. As Killrook, though, you have to realize he's gotten blooded 3 times for the side of Denver, so maybe trying to switch it up. As it's going to be Cloudsy putting himself once again in a little bit of an off angle. Should be able to at least find one.
Ooh. Good trade, good trade. I love that positioning there. I love the trade coming through very quickly. Again, you get control of this kitchen. You have control of the site, and there's no way that they're going to be able to get in there on B. I love the slow roll here, but maybe a little too slow, as now COD Gobblins has 2 in the back, but none in the site. Dak pretty far away from his teammate. I think he's playing this one a little too slow. He is going to have to pick up the pace here. He's 3 and 6, not too shabby, but you're on a match point now. It's time to crank it up.
Yeah, unfortunately, he did not have dead sound, so they could hear him running. Zen, he's not going to expect it. Oh, he gets the read!
The turn!
In the 1v3 potential, and he's going to have no idea where Hinder is. And Hinder's going to play this one as slow as possible. And,
perfect sight for a 1v1.
Is about to get dead sounds as well. Oh, Hinder. Oh, actually hits him.
The stun came through, and he gets popped. Oh, no! The stun! Oh, wow. That was tough. That was tough. COD Gobblins gets that one 6-3. And, hey, that ties up the series. We're going to get an extension here. But we're going to hotel, and we're going to hotel again. So I hope these players are loving this site with the kitchen. Control coming up next here, tied up in the series. Graph, that was a good round, man. That was a good round.
It was well played. Granted, it got a little dicey right at the end, and if he didn't get that full stun check, it could have been a completely different story because he had dead silence to work with, and he knew right as he got hit with that stun, there was nothing he could do about it. I do want to point out, though, one of the glaring factors is that in 6 of those rounds, the side of Denver, they had the first blood, so they were finding the kills early. Yeah. But the side of the COD Gobblins, they just did so well at finding such a quick trade. It wasn't necessarily the player who was right next to him, but they would always find a technical trade. And I think a big reason was Killrook would get a little bit too aggressive with the submachine gun. He was always caught out in these lone gun situations where he didn't put himself in a good spot.
Yeah, I mean, he pretty much hit the nail on the head there. Got a lot of first bloods. Just not getting it done. I think Dak played a little too slow for his team, and you got the player sitting on the bagel for a lot of it. So, but, Sully kind of answered that with, his own single kill pretty much the whole time. So I feel like they evened out in that sense. Bombs were getting down quite a bit. Great chows. Really could have gone either way quite a lot in the 2v2s. I would have liked to seen a little closer together for the teams. I know that Dak was getting split up quite a bit from his player. You get them trades very easily, like we saw in the kitchen coming back and forth. You can come around with that round pretty easily. But it looks like we're going to head into hotel here, just waiting on some players to load in. What do you think for control? How are you seeing this one?
This is going to be interesting, right? Because you want that slave power to be in the favor of Denver, and it just wasn't. The one thing that really turned that map around, in all honesty, was Zeebs, right? He took away so many angles that Denver wanted to take, and they were getting sniped. They were getting picked off, and not to mention that beautiful Drake scope that he ended up turning. Granted, it was a 1v3, 1v4. It wasn't going to make much of a difference, but hitting that shot just gives you confidence. And I know we weren't able to catch it on stream, but at the end of the map 1, the COD Gobblins, they went on basically a 90 to 10 point spread going in their favor. They got the scoreline within 10 or potentially 15. They made a great comeback in the map 1, and then in map 2, they just kind of ran away with it, even though they were getting blooded. So you can tell these guys are starting to feel themselves.
Yeah, they're definitely bouncing off each other. Everyone doing an amazing job. Zaya just popping off on that. Like, good job on him. You know, and the crowd always loves him too. You know, he usually has a couple fans out there watching. You know, you're there in person, Graf. So tell me about the energy. How are these players out there? Are they quiet? They going crazy? Like what's the energy feeling?
So right now, you know, to be completely honest, I know people are kind of hearing the noise in the background. Surprisingly, that's a bachelor party. That's not even everybody. The other series getting hyped up from comparative to the last one. I don't know. I'm not seeing the energy. I'm not seeing the hype that I would like to, because hey, it's $1,500 on the line, and you have such better odds from 16 to 10 teams. You need to take this opportunity and show that you deserve to be here and win that cash, because like I said, the breakdown now is first place you get $1,000, second place you get $500, third place you get nada, zip, nothing. So you are either the top 1 and 2, or it's basically you came here for nothing. Not necessarily nothing, but for the experience. But still, it's
You're going home empty-handed.
There you go. You said it perfectly.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, $1,000 first place, $500 second place. You know, LAN in person right there, getting it done. You know, they gotta get that energy up. It is just seeding, right? They could just be conserving that energy, conserving their great plays, all that. But hey, you want to get in a nice seed spot. You want to have a great opponent playing against them. You know, you want to work through maybe, I don't think we'll get any bye rounds, but you definitely want to stay out of that loser bracket, because once you're in the loser bracket, you're out of here. You're going home with nothing. And like you said, first and second place, that's the only thing getting anything on their way home. But yeah, LAN's where it's at, man. LAN is amazing. The energy. I think the bachelor party's sucking up all the energy there. They got it all. Hey, maybe they're just letting them do their thing.
Hey, they're having a great time, and we're all for it right here. But, you know, just want to give a big shout-out to the Contender Fort Collins, the production, the staff. They're absolutely incredible. Everybody loves them, as well as CGN hosting this event. Everybody has just been incredible with the outreach and support, so make sure you guys give them a big shout out there in the chat. But we're all ready to head into map 3. It's going to be that hotel control. Chef, I mean, what are you thinking here is going to happen? This map could really go either way.
Yeah, I'm feeling the classic 4-man push. Everyone dies, take the next one. But, you know, whoever that is on the next one on that respawn, I think that they are going to cap it. Like, if it's a full 4A, they all die and go B. You know, all spawning, sticking together off the rip. I think that they are going to cap it, and it's going to come down to that last point, probably a last tick. Maybe lives, but the teams are pretty evenly matched on gun skill from what I've seen so far. You know, the stat lines have been very close. The rounds have been very close. Looks like a meeting of the Titans at the middle of the map here to see who's going to get the point.
Immediately, it's the guns coming out hot. In particular, the subs for Denver. As Zeebs, the arm a little off angle right there, looking like Lamar Jackson's throws. As Zeebs trying to find a few more. Dacko sitting up top, gets one, rips him, and this is a quick B hit. This is exactly what you want to see. But Hitter, he flies out. Can he get one? Not much more. Killrook there for the trade.
What a position. Like, they all pushed up, got in a spot. There's the cap, pretty much, they're going to get. And then flip it right over. Look at Zaya pushing up through the spawn. However, that does put them right where they want to defend on A. I think they're going to set up the wall here, and they do. The restaurant is under control. They're open for business. They got the chef back there cooking. Here comes Denver Surrender now through the back door. Coming in through the walk-in. Let's see what he can get done through this wall. No, just going to walk right into the gun of Cloudsy, and they're slowly going to fall to Hinder as well. That's going to open up a little bit of a position for them to collapse in. Can Cloudsy defend in this position? Here we go. Is he going to turn this door? Come on, Cloudsy.
Yeah, unfortunately, he just doesn't have any teammate support, and he's trying to do it. Oh my goodness, he finds Wild. Sully does take one down from the front, so this allows a one-time opportunity to go big. Sully trying to find one more. Unfortunately, I just don't think the kills are going to go their way, but Sully does find one. Another player flies out, but Denver, they take that one in a very easy fashion. Somebody finished at 8-1. I'm not sure if that was Killrook or Zaya potentially, but a great start on the offense.
Yeah, I loved all the positioning, the way they pushed him back into the spawn. They pushed him towards the site. I don't think that's what they were looking for. Maybe one of the players didn't rotate off to A soon enough for it to work. But, I mean, I can tell that was a strategy, and it was working. Everyone knew exactly where they needed to go. Killrook 8 and 1. There you go. You know, on the other side, we got Zeebs 1 and 5. Amazing start here from Denver, but if we know anything about COD Gobblins, it's their ability to bounce back. So let's see what they can get done here on the offense.
Zeebs a little inefficient without the sniper in his hand, but they immediately stack onto this B-side. Killrook 9 and 1. This is what we want to see, him with the AR. And once he made that swap, he is frying for the squad. So you have 3 ARs, 1 sub. Maybe that will come back to bite them later on in the series or potentially the weekend. Denver, they are in a good spot. Cloudsy, he has impressed me on the side of Gobblins. It seems like when you get into 1v1s against this guy, he isn't going to lose many.
Yeah, the A defense is looking okay. I'd like to see a little more up there, but they're pretty spread out. You know, the COD Gobblins not able to really get in there. 4 and 10, big yikes here. 1 and 7, another big yikes. It's tough for them to try and get out there, but it looks like Denver's surrender might have a hole in their defense up on A, and that is exactly where all of the COD Gobblins is spawning. 20 seconds left. 10 ahead for Denver as they try and push in. Killrook is in a great spot here to get something done. Wait for one player, walks right in front. There we go. You know, whip around to the restaurant. There's one looking for another, but he runs out of bullets, and there we go. It might just be an A cap.
Killrook is feeling himself in this series at the moment. 13 and 4. He is flying out at everybody but Zen. He's also starting to tear it up. 7 and 7. He ended up getting 2 doubles before he goes down, but who other than Cloudsy to find a double of his own for the Gobblins to keep them in this A site? They will extend it by a minute, and we were thinking that Denver, they were going to shut out. It was a dominant defensive round, but yeah, Cloudsy get 3. The teamwork there for the Gobblins, so maybe there's just a sliver of hope for them to try to hop onto this B point.
Yeah, they came ahead on kills a little bit. You know, they are 6 down. They're going to need a few more and then some to try and get this one back. The COD Gobblins look like they're just working through the middle of the map, not really as a team to try and get in there. And Denver had an amazing defense setup. Now we're going to see Zaya work his way around. Does get traded out there. That slows down the offense. 40 seconds left. They did take a long time to get that A site. Off to B. Here we go. Hinder is in the spot, but with no teammates. I don't know why he just threw his body on there. No communication there. He was just trying to be a hero. Anyway, you got to work with your team. There we go. You see they slowly work through. Now the whole team is on the site. Now look at Denver surrender. They're all the way on A and middle of the map.
But here comes the investment from Killrook. I don't think there was any trophy in Zaya with the triple. I thought it was Killrook, but Zaya! Oh no, it was Killrook. My goodness, I'm getting overhyped too much, but that was a beautiful, beautiful line as Zeebs basically in a 1v10 will go down. Denver, they are coming out swinging like they want this control.
That kill streak just won them the round, honestly. They had the positioning, they had everyone right where they wanted them, and they were ticking away, but they were down on lives. They had 5 respawns when all that was happening. That kill streak came down and no more respawns, no more time, and Denver got right where they needed to. And let's take a look at that 20 and 10, and there's still more rounds to go. Imagine if this went to 5 rounds, this dude would be at 100. Oh my gosh, he's slaying.
And that was such a beautifully timed glide because his team really was. Well, and it was funny because they threw down a trophy, but all of his teammates threw their utilities. They didn't even challenge anybody. They just made sure that there was no trophies left, and that glide bomb just connected perfectly. They immediately knew, like, hey, there's no trophies on the site once one of the grenades connected, so he was able to clean it on up. But now you're back on the offense. Denver, they are not slowing down. They are the ones not surrendering as the COD Gobblins. They're trying to get something here. It will be Zeebs working through the middle of the map. Can he find another one on to say a good snap? Oh, and he will clean him up. That's 3 in a row for Zeebs.
Yeah, looking at Zen able to catch his kill. And here comes another pushing up. We got Hinder He has the skill to make some quick work out of some players, but is not much of a team to try and help him out. A falls now off to B. Jack is in the spot. He does not look for the hot spot everyone is standing at, so he does get taken out there. And B's kind of a free shot to go either direction here. All the players are pretty split up. Denver surrender. We got Cold up there in the top. That is pushing that spawn a little closer to B from top to defend. So he should get out of there. There we go. There comes the push up. Sully out in the back. Going to get cleaned up. Now that spawn should get pushed out of there. And Denver surrender. Oof, yeah, off that double. I think they're going to have this one.
Yeah, Zaya, he ends up getting 3, and immediately the Gobblins, they had to clear him out. They just were not able to do so. They went in 1 by 1, which I did not like. That wasn't the smartest play. They had 2 players in the back, but they got smoked, and the quad stack is in. I mean, Chef, I'm looking at my watch right now. That was probably a 4-minute control.
Yeah, that was very quick. Denver's offense is next level on that strat. For everyone watching out there and watching this on replay that again, write it down because that worked. Everything they did, very textbook, very nice. Great utilization of a kill streak, great utilization of positioning, of communication. That was just everything for them. So great job from them. We're off to none other than Hotel for our next one. And the first hard point, quite back and forth. So I'm very interested to see how this one pans out. Gobblins, they're still right there. That control, you know, some teams just don't have control, and I get that. And Denver surrendered. They had the amazing strats. They got it done. So, you know, moving on to the next one. But the hard point, if Gobblins gets this, I'd like to see a nice CeeLo S&D coming up.
The biggest question for me is, can Sully have a bounce back game? The stat line that we didn't get to really talk about was 6 and 16. When you're only finding that many kills, it's difficult to get your team on the point, win an offense, win a defense. But on the other side, you had Zaya. 26 and 12, the submachine gun, and let's talk about Killrook as well. You can't leave him out of the picture. He also started off extremely hot. So the submachine guns for Denver, you could tell they had a chip on their shoulder after that map too, and Hotel was just a beatdown.
Yeah, great stat line getting put up from them. You know, Hinder, he has his spots. Cloudsy able to get some crazy doubles from that side as well. You know, and just to pick Sully a little bit more, you know, that S&D, I think he finished that at just 1 kill. If not, he maybe finished that last round with another one. Just not his day. Hopefully the hard point that we didn't get the full picture of was his strength and a team as well. You know, like you said, the 100-point comeback coming through, and 27 points away. That's a close game. That's what I want to see. You know, these 3-0s, get them out of here, get them moved on. It was a quick 4-minute match. It looks like a lot of the players are in, ready for another round of. So, what are you thinking here? What are you thinking for this game?
I'm going to have to say it plainly, Chef. I think it's going to be a 3-1 for the side of Denver. Granted, they had their weaknesses at the end of map 1, and it was both their first series, so maybe the side of Gobblins didn't get warmed up enough. They looked great in the search and destroy because they were able to dictate the pace, and I think there was a few missteps that the side of Denver had, in particular. Killrook kind of flying out maybe when he shouldn't, kind of going rogue at times. That's going to be something they're going to look back and be like, yeah, let's not run that strat again. But when it comes to straight slay power, I just don't think that the side of Gobblins can keep up. And on a map like Control, you need this one to be mixy when it comes to some of that hard points, even though they do have some of those rotations. And in particular, it was Zen on the map 1. He was basically in the new hill 30-35 seconds for the side of Denver, and I expect him to do that again.
All right, so rotations we're putting in favor of Denver. Kills we're putting in favor of Denver. But, you know, it was still a close match, so like what's Gobblins, what's their strength here in hardpoint? Are they getting scrap? Are they able to hold? Are they able to take over points? What's Gobblins bringing into this hardpoint?
So they were doing a great job on the second half of rotations. That was off stream. They were getting there early, and they were pushing out the map, which you love to see. They had a player watch or holding the spawns, but they had the other two pushed on up. And basically what that means is you're going to have to cut through 1 to 2 layers if you're the side of Denver to be able to even sniff that point. Not to mention, if you have, you know, whoever is in the hill watching the correct angle, they'll be able to cut them right down. So it's about developing and keeping those layers, keeping the attack and break staggered if you are the side of COD Gobblins, if you want to be able to come away with this one.
Yeah, I love that. I love all of that. Well, here we go. It's all gonna come down to this, whether or not we play a CeeLo with the Gobblers down 2 rounds here. They have to win this to take this to map 5. Let's see how it gets done. And first points are on the side of the Gobblins. Everyone's pretty all over the place trying to fight for this P2.
And the only player is Zeebs. He should be able to catch out one, and Zen, yeah, it should be a freebie, but ooh, Zen must have put in a few good shots as Zeebs, he does get backed up, as now it's going to be number 4 deck. It's going to be a big 1v1 deciding the P2 spawns as Zeebs, he really takes a deep angle here. But Zen, he's trying to finish the kill, but Cloudsy, he rips him apart. Sully, though, is there for the back. He can hear one of the players, and he gets a very good stun and grenade check on the backside, so he knows they're coming on in from the gallery. The best thing he can do right now is stay alive, and that's exactly what he does.
Yeah, Sully turning up. Love seeing this. Great positioning. Great job for his team. Look at this, man. You call him out, and he goes off. Good on him. Able to hold this for his team. Oh, my gosh. Everyone. Holy, the Gobblins got it all figured out here, but Denver is very pushed up. I'd like to see more of this Gobblins team push out, but I mean, they're just hunkering down and they're doing it right. That's 2 wipes in a row. Finally, someone gets traded off, opens the hole in the defense, but Cloudsy is going to push up off of that to make up for his teammate falling. Here we go, finally getting into the site, but look at that, 40 seconds down already. That is Gobblins on a double point lead. All 4, just wow, what an amazing, beautiful strategy for this site. Now we see everyone pushing out, left a few seconds on the clock, but look at all 3 pushing up through the restaurant, into the kitchen. There's only 2 players there. If all of them get this right, they're going to be able to take it.
This is high risk, high reward, Chef, because you know how I feel about early game points. And guess what? The COD Gobblins, they gave up 15 on that P1. It was a free 15, and now guess what? You get absolutely demolished. You get obliterated off the hill. As I mean, the Gobblins, I'm not a fan of that play. You leave 15 free seconds on the clock. You don't win the rotation. This is one you're going to take a look back at if they lose by 15 and be like, man, we could have potentially taken this map.
Yeah, I love your saying, you know, high risk, high reward. And I think that was even that specific push. You know, they all funneled in, right? The communication has to be so pinpoint. Like, they have to know exactly where they're looking when they enter. But they just funneled right into the Hellfire, and they all got slayed out. A double team wipe. Just not going to work. But hey, look, they did get the scrap off of that one slightly. So I think they made up a little bit of that 15-point loss, but they are very late into this next point. Denver Surrender is going to take the lead here back. But that's a triple push coming from the Gobblins from down low. Maybe they can take some out here. That's the King Hill taken off. At least just one, but the respawn in favor of Denver Surrender. We're going to see a good 50-50 battle here right on the site.
They are fully set up for this one as they broke through the front, and Zaya and the side of Denver, their nades are not hitting. Hinder with a triple off screen. That should delay the push, and he gets the 4th. The man is tearing it out up as Killrook, he does hunt him down from the backside. As now you're going to have 1 player left on the point. It's going to be Dak doubling it up as all the players will fall. So maybe the last 15 go into the side of Denver. And now the rotation to the restaurant. Cloudsy, he is ready and waiting. But this is the new COD Gobblins that we are seeing in the respawns. I don't know what it is where they start off slow, but once the game gets humming, they are turning up the heat.
Dak did a really good double kill there, able to slow down the Gobblins, but they are still up there getting it done. You know, some 50-50 shots coming through. Cloudsy, the last one alive, and he's gonna push up, finds the kill, looking for a double, working his way through the restaurant. All the teammates spawn in now. It is a fun battle here for the site. Now it ends in favor Denver Surrender with the wipe. Now they're just funneling in. Here we go. Kill Rook now. The Gatekeeper able to find one. Gonna back off, heal up. And now they're spreading out. Even some rotations into the next hill are ready. Love to see it. Holding it off. You know what? Let the Goblins take it. But they're not even doing that. Zen on a double headshot streak. Here we go. Zeeb's on for the fight. In for the next hill. Denver Surrender looking real good on that hill and into the next.
They have perfect map control as well, as it was Zaya making sure at 15 that he was holding the cross and he made sure that nobody was there to see. He's going to go down. Dak actually got the information because he saw the van kind of hot, but oh my goodness, the call out was there as well to take down the player from down low. So Denver doing a phenomenal job holding on to that P5. They got it essentially for the full 60. It's a matter of capitalizing here and really putting this game out of reach for the Goblins. But Zaya, when he is hitting shots, it's tough to slow this man down. Slowly trying to get a few, but Zaya again, the trades are there, and it seems on the other side. The break is in for the Goblins.
Yeah, not much hill time really put in any direction on this hill. You know, that is how this one falls quite a bit. Everyone pushing from one side very strongly, defending from one side very strongly. No one able to really get up here, but here Denver is catching a little bit of scrap as it goes off to the next hill, which better set up for. We'll see, but look at Killrook already rotating 2 hills ahead. That guy's got a big brain looking for the future, trying to surround this entire site. We do have Sully in the king position. You know, let's bring up Sully again. Look at that hill time, look at that KD. Definitely turned it around for Hardpoint. Good on him for his team.
Killrook, he just went massive finding that 2-piece, took down the player who was watching the flank and the player on point Hinder. He's been finding his opportunities, but the teamwork, the slay power has just been a tad bit stronger from the Surrender side. As now Zen trying to find one through the middle, it's Sully. I would love to see this rotation coming on in from number 8 Zeebs. Take the full deep back, and that's exactly what him and his teammate number 5 Sully are doing. I don't know if Zaya's gonna read this one. He might not, or does he? With perfection, he knows at least one is back, as well as his teammate Zen. So beautiful recognition of 2 players from Goblins trying to push out the spawns, but Denver, they get it, and they will hold on to this P2.
Yeah, the Goblins had this P2 perfectly last time. You know, maybe Denver's going to answer that right back, but the Goblins need this one badly. They need that 60, but here comes the work in from Cloudsy back there, in from Sully from the other side, trying to surround them, getting 2 pushed from the middle. This is exactly how you need to take this point. They are picking them apart. That leaves one. Look at that. Maybe they can defend, they can attack. This P2's all there, but oh my gosh, how's that spawn? Are you looking at that? Down on the right side. Number 1 and number 2 both spawning in there. They did not have their positions right, and they get completely wiped out as now they're trying to regroup and get onto this P3.
This is a big 20 seconds you need it if you're the Goblins in number 7. That's Hinder. Oh my god, he gets killed by the trophy. They just got stripped of that time again on the P2. That is difficult. That's essentially a 40-point swing from them leaving the initial P2 and then getting killed by that trophy. And now you need this kitchen. You need to find the break. And guess what? Cloudsy is home. He's cooking up a few things. Unfortunately, Zaya says, no thank you, head chef. The sous chef is taking on over.
Yeah, he came in there to a kitchen full of ground beef, and he was vegetarian, so he just had to go ahead and exit stage left. Look at that full team wipe. I mean, after a full team wipe in kitchen, you're just not bouncing back from that. Zaya pushing up, just trying to slow it down even more. The time is ticking. They cannot win on this hill, so it is going to go off to the next one. But, you know, they're going to be 100 points ahead. Denver Surrender doing an amazing job here. One hill after the next. I don't want to say bouncing back, but collectively getting the information, seeing how the Goblins play. And the Goblins haven't switched up their strategy too much, but I do like this rotation from them. This needs to work flawlessly.
I love that call out from Hinder. He saw one player on the cross. He immediately backs up. There is a trophy on the point, Zen, so he will at least take down one. And oh, he actually gets the kill on the Cloudsy. Killrook. He also has a glide bomb in his back pocket. Will not win that one against Hinder, but the trades aren't coming through. Here comes the attack. You have one player. It's Cloudsy. He needs to go big and not able to do it. Denver, they should be able to close that out here on this hill. Dak hitting shots. Everybody positive. If you're looking at the stat line from the Surrender side, it's exactly how you want it to be.
Wow, I mean, and even if the players aren't getting the kills, they're all getting at least one bullet in the body of a Gobbler, and that's just gonna be too much to handle. Here we go, 250, 147. Not what we expected going off of how that first round went, but great work from Denver Surrender through that one. Really just getting it done, 250, 147. Great round, honestly. The Gobblins had a good start, a really good start. You know, back and forth. Seen a lot of great things from that team. You definitely see them working through the bracket pretty far tomorrow. Denver Surrender, they definitely had it down. I believe this team is pretty new being together. However, all the players, I'm pretty sure, know each other quite well. So I think they're just feeling each other out, seeing where their strengths are as they work as a unit together, getting those strategies down. But I liked it. I liked what I seen on that hotel. We're not going to get to in a silo here as we work into our next game that we're going to see. But good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, it was just, I think for the side of Denver, yeah, you get it done in a 3-1. Still a lot of Call of Duty to be played. You have 3 more matches on the night. Remember, everybody, this is Pool B, match 1 of the night. We only have a total of 4 series. Tomorrow, it will be the rest of the bracket because this is just seeding, remember. But Denver, I think there's a lot to be desired. They didn't feel confident as necessarily closing out map 1. Map 4 looked a lot better. Everybody was clearly on that same page, and that's probably due to Dak as well as Killrook being those IGLs. They probably calmed everybody down, like, guys, let's just get this one done. Let's not extend it to a map 5.
Yeah, map 5 definitely isn't where they wanted to be. You know, the last S&D, it went pretty close, honestly. I believe I had the Gobblins winning that one, and it was a good game. It really was, and I don't think that Denver wanted to go back to that again and try and fight for it. You know, Silo being a lot different, we've seen a lot of sniper action, so that's definitely the map for that to happen. But Denver, just good job, just getting it together, getting the team where they needed to be as we head off to this next match. Who are we going to see playing?
We're going to see the reigning champs in Beaver Exhalation going up against the side of Zaza. So everybody, don't go anywhere. We have the reigning champs coming up right after this.